because, you know, once you have a belief that you could do it, then there's no stopping you. So it's about having that.
Yes, Stefani Taylor starred with the ball against Thailand, one of a host of star all-rounders this West Indies team is blessed with. Ian, are they too reliant on her in that they need her to perform in order to win?
Mostly so. Deandra Dottin comes in there as well, Hayley Matthews occasionally, but too often has been Stefani Taylor who's had to be the one who to hold things together or to get quick runs. So I'd like to see other girls step up.
Well, they've got a lot of girls that have stepped up in terms of game situation. We looked at the stats before, Ian Bishop. 750 games the West Indian players have played collectively in this format, which is the most out of every single team.
Amazing.
So it's
They've got in 2020. Let's have a listen to how they're shaping up.
It's always an honor to play in Australia and that too the World Cup, and we all are really excited to be a part of it and quite to start our first match.
There's a lot of hype here in Australia. I think women's cricket is on a rise, so there's a lot of expectations. The people around the world are following. This World Cup, so there's a lot different from the World Cups. And can be advantage for us, and yeah, it's just we want them to be in a good space and make them comfortable and yeah, give them opportunity to express themselves.
The World Cup in Australia is very exciting moment for I think for every player. We're much prepared. Our pool are very strong, and we have to play our best cricket. So everyone is excited in our team.
We always wanted to play in Australia and always wanted to play in a top level cricket. And you know, the atmosphere in Australia, everyone wants to play cricket in front of the audience and you know, big crowd and big spectators. We are really aggressive players. The subcontinental players are really very aggressive, so they always want to show their skills, and really awesome for us to come here again and to be a part of World Cup again.
People back home are following us and they want to do us better, to do good, win this World Cup. The hype and the following in this World Cup is more.
I'm glad that women's cricket is growing, and quite excited that I play women's cricket, and really happy to know that the final is on this day and more crowd will be there, because with more matches we play, crowd comes, and it will be a huge plus for every individual, for every woman who watches, and she'll admire it and she'll follow the cricket in future.
So Bismar Maroof leading the Pakistan side for the first time at a world event. How do you think the change in captaincy and leadership will impact this side, Mel?
Oh, look, I think in a positive way. Not to say anything against Sana Mir, who I thought was absolutely magnificent, but I think with Bismar Maroof, the all-round capabilities, she's got an in with both the batters and the bowlers. She's a young, vibrant kind of captain, and they've got a lot of young players, teenagers in the squad as well. So I think that's going to be key for her to connect with those kind of players and allow them to play as freely as they possibly can.
Consistency has probably been one of their biggest problems, Ian.
Yeah, as they develop, they'll find that will come. The more cricket that they're exposed to, they've got a couple of more senior players in the team, Javed Khan, Nida Da, all above 30 years of age, who can help and chip in with that message and information to the youngsters.
What's their danger today? What's going to be their weapon?
Oh, look, I think for them is they're going to try and be as consistent as they possibly can. They're probably the opposite to the West Indies, where they rely so heavily on three players, as we've spoken about. And I would love to see Aish and Naseem come out. Just 15 years of age, strike rate of 206 in the domestic tournament. So I think the surprise could be the surprise packet that the West Indian players haven't actually seen a lot of before.
It is a big game for the West Indies, Ian. How are you?
From a West Indian point of view, this is a non-negotiable. This is a must-win. They have to win this today if they want to think about qualifying and try to knock off one or two, one game out of South Africa and, of course, England later on.
A big game for the West Indies, so too for Pakistan, who are aiming to make the semi-finals for the very first time in the World Cup. Both teams have enormous ability and both teams need to win tonight here in Canberra. The first ball is coming up next. Stick with us.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are
4 in their squad. They've got some star players there. Shavira Khan got great day for the mascots as well. We've got a feel for them, their first time on telly. We have everyone at home watching. Did you see me on telly last night with the West Indies captain? Not many in today, hopefully we'll fill up this evening. Very windy afternoon, quite difficult for the bowlers in that first game. Thailand's struggle with the gusty wind has died down a fraction, so the standard of bowling should be better. West Indies trying to get on a roll. Don't write West Indies off in this tournament. When they get on a roll, they have some seriously talented cricketers. Pakistan just looking for some consistency. Lost their warm-up game to Bangladesh. Time for the anthems.
Please stand for the national anthems of Pakistan and the West Indies.
Anthems are done. If anything should inspire the West Indies, is seeing the great Courtney Walsh singing Rally Round the West Indies. Both sides sung very passionately. The kids are done with their official status, superstars they all are. You can tell them all at the weekend what they've done. For now, the cricketers take over. That is a big bat, young man. Nervous times, you can see just on the faces of both sides. They just want to get on with that ball. Should be able to defend. Customary huddle. Skipper usually speaks, but not always. Sometimes someone's picked just to lift spirits. I think it's a fairly jokey huddle in there. And the serious stuff right at the end. Did they have the huddle in your days or not?
No, Belinda Clark has looked at us and went, come on, get out there and do your job. I think a few of the players would be a bit of a group hug before the game, but no, it's one of those things that have come into the game in the last little bit. What I did love about Maroof right there, she was actually doing some deep breathing and just saying to everyone, breathe with me, just relax. It's first game, it's match 8 and they haven't played yet, so there would been all this built up tension and nervousness watching all the other teams go about their business in this World Cup so far. So now's the time to just get out and play.
Completely agree. Often people ask what's said in the dressing room, what's said in the huddle. Last thing you want to say to your team is, do you know how important this is? And put them under even more pressure. The whole point of your captain's chat is to try and alleviate the pressure. Tell them the sun will shine